It is so beautiful outside. We want to get out there and show you, if you're inside, what you're missing. You need to get outside. It's lunchtime. Go on out there and have a lunch.
Yeah, nice walk outside.
Yeah.
Today's the day for it. Today and tomorrow, beautiful. Honestly. We're hitting a pretty good stretch here. Before we take another look outside, I do want to show you. Yesterday was National Pet Day. We got so many pictures in. I mean, you guys did awesome sending in all these pictures. But this is one of many. It made me kind of laugh. This is Macy Gracie having a rootin' tootin' time. Well done. Well done. Like the hat. She seems happy. I like it. We've got so many, again, great pictures. There's a lot of cute ones. Your pets are rock stars. That's all we can say. We've also shared on KSAT12. We have a story that includes a lot of the pictures if you want to go check that out. Right now, we've got mostly sunny skies, and there is the shot once again. Man, is it nice. 72, dew point is at 52. We've got east-southeasterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. Let's enjoy this, savor it, because we know what's a few months away. You'll be seeing 90s around this time here in a couple months. I don't even want to put that out there. All right, I'll stop. 78, 2 o'clock, 79, 3 p.m. We're up around 80 today. Back into the 70s, 60s, and 50s again by tomorrow morning, maybe with some patchy fog to start your Thursday. Another look at that 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thanks, Justin. Now, Mayor Ron Nirenberg gave his State of the City address yesterday afternoon to a packed crowd at the convention center.
While there are no new plans, he did talk about the plenty of existing ones in the works. Garrett Berger shares his remarks, which were focused on following through with those plans.
Mariachis were the only surprise during Mayor Ron Nirenberg's State of the City address, which happened to also fall on his birthday.
Well, it's easy to break news when you're first year on the job, but a lot of the plans and proposals that we talked about early in my tenure are now in place.
With nearly 6 years at the head of the city, Nirenberg brought up previous priorities like housing, transportation, and workforce development. But he said for the most part, the time for talk on those issues is over. Now, it's about implementation.
And I can attest that the state of the city is poised for takeoff as we gain momentum and invest in the people in San Antonio.
1, 2, 3.
The $150 million housing bond has passed, and the city's working on how to spend it. The plan to add a new airport terminal is underway. VIA is pursuing federal money for its advanced rapid transit idea, and the workforce development program the mayor campaigned hard for during the pandemic is nearly a year into operations.
Launching the Ready to Work program has been a complex task, but I'm encouraged by the demand for training.
The mayor brushed off questions afterward, though, about whether Ready to Work was truly measuring up. After almost 11 months, more than 13,000 people have applied, but only about 2,000 have actually enrolled in training, which is less than half of the first-year goal.
We need to continue to build momentum in that program, but this is the first part of a long-term effort to change the trajectory of a city that has been mired in low-wage jobs, and I believe we're doing that.
One plan of many.
That was Garrett Berger reporting. Nirenberg is hoping to see those plans out for 2 more years. He is running for a 4th and final term in the May election, where he faces 8 opponents.
A group of children in San Antonio are out 21 football team jerseys after someone took them and other valuable items from a vehicle. Valerie De La Rosa tells us her family's Kia was stolen and vandalized overnight on Sunday. Her stolen vehicle was recovered hours after she reported it missing. But once she got access to her vehicle again, 21 children's football jerseys, baby's car seat, and her purse all gone. Someone even sprayed graffiti inside the SUV on the ceiling. She's hoping someone knows where they are and will return them before the team's next game this weekend.
It's their jersey, it's their color, they already have their number, and it would just be awesome to just turn in the jerseys for us.
If anyone knows where they are, she's asked that they be left at the concession stand at the Southside Lions baseball field.
One person critically injured and thousands of cows reportedly died in an explosion and fire at a dairy in North Texas. Smoke remains visible from the blast on Monday evening. It spread through a building and into holding pens that had dairy cows. First responders from multiple fire and law enforcement agencies were able to get to the fire and get it under control and rescue one employee who had become trapped inside. At least 18,000 cows reportedly dead, and a small percentage of the farm's cows survived that blast and fire. Multiple state agencies will remain on scene to help investigate and determine the cause of that explosion.
Family and friends in Mexico gathered to remember an American soldier who died in Fort Hood. Funeral services for Ana Fernanda Basaldua Ruiz was held in Tacámbaro yesterday. Basaldua Ruiz was found dead back on March 13th. The U.S. Army is investigating and has already ruled out criminal action leading to her death. The U.S. soldier's mother claims her daughter was being sexually harassed at the base. The Army says it is investigating if she suffered any possible harassment.
A woman in Marion County lucky to be alive today after she was pulled out of a submerged Jeep. A fisherman called police after finding the Jeep, and they were able to get her out. Marion County Sheriff's deputies determined she had been listed as missing. She was treated for hypothermia and taken to the hospital.
We turn now to the latest on a developing environmental and public health story out of Indiana, where a massive fire at a recycling facility has forced officials to evacuate thousands of residents.
Toxic fumes filling the air. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
With black smoke and toxic fumes filling the air, more than 2,000 residents in Wayne County, Indiana, forced from their homes.
If you can see the smoke, you're in the smoke, get out of the smoke.
Officials say the fire started Tuesday afternoon about 70 miles outside of Indianapolis, a tractor trailer bursting into flames which quickly spread to this recycling facility. The fire chief saying the facility is partly owned by the city of Richmond and a private citizen, and that individual had been warned several times and cited for unsafe conditions there.
This person has been negligent and irresponsible, and it's led to putting a lot of people in danger.
Satellite images show just how massive the blaze is.
I was actually on North 12th Street, and I happened to look out my window, and I seen the smoke rolling. Almost looked like a storm was brewing.
The town ordering evacuations within a half mile, though authorities say as the winds change, so might the evacuation zone. Those outside the current zone urged to shelter in place.
And we got ambers and everything else flying over.
The town's fire chief saying the flames were feeding off of unknown types of plastics.
We won't know whether the residents can come back in until after we do the air quality testing.
The EPA and Indiana Department of Environmental Management now doing tests as concern grows over the long-term impact.
These are relatively poor regions, working families, working people, and the health effects of these disasters can be tremendous.
Officials say the fire could burn for days. No word on when people will be able to return home. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead, a warning you need to hear if you plan on going fishing. There are certain fish you should not eat right now. We'll tell you why in a few minutes.
And there is a national shortage of a drug used to treat strep throat, but doctors say you can take instead to help treat the infection.
But first, vacation home sales are drastically down. We'll tell you by how much after the break.
Hello, everyone. These are your top headlines from Cheddar News. A federal judge now denying Elizabeth Holmes' appeal to stay out of prison. The judge says the Theranos founder could not stay free while she appeals her convictions. Now, Holmes was convicted by a federal jury in January 2022 of defrauding investors, that in the once high-flying Silicon Valley company, Theranos. Meanwhile, according to a Redfin report, vacation home sales are down 50% from pre-pandemic levels. Mortgage rate locks for second homes were down 52% from pre-pandemic levels on a seasonally adjusted basis back in March, and that's compared with a 13% decline for primary homes. And Google has a new experiment updates page for its AI chatbot Bard. The company says it's letting people check out the latest features, improvements, and fixes for Bard. That way, people can test them out and give them feedback. It's the first update that Google says they're working to improve Bard's math and logic skills. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
Strep throat cases are seen year-round. The antibiotic commonly used to treat them may be getting hard to get. Right now, there is a national shortage of the liquid antibiotic amoxicillin. Infections can range from minor to potentially life-threatening. The liquid form of amoxicillin is easier for kids to take than pills, but the American Academy of Pediatrics says there are other options.
You could use the chewable tablets. You could use, the tablet form, which can be crushed and mixed in various, palatable foods like applesauce, etc. And then you could also use capsules.
And there are alternative therapies as well, like penicillin. But you need to talk to your doctor about the right option for you.
Less American women are getting pregnant. According to CDC data, the U.S. pregnancy rate fell over the past decade. In 2019, 5.5 million women were pregnant, down from just over 6 million in 2010. During that time frame, unintended pregnancy fell 15% and abortions became less common. In 2019, 13% of pregnancies resulted in an abortion, compared with 16% in 2010.
Back outside with Live Cam. I dare to repeat myself. Take your lunch outside and find a nice spot to sit and enjoy this if you're going outside for lunch.
Yeah, at least get out of the office for a little bit.
Yeah.
Go do something, because it is nice. Roll down the windows. 72 right now. That's our high so far. The average is 80. We'll be right about average this afternoon. Record's 94. Thankfully, we are not anywhere near that. The low this morning was 51. Now it's 7 degrees below average. We'll see another below average morning coming up tomorrow before humidity and some rain chances return. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
We have a warning to tell you about from the Texas Parks Wildlife Department. Some of the fish you may be catching could contain environmental contaminants.
The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department says there are bans and advisories in place for fish caught in parts of San Antonio, Central Texas, and along the Gulf Coast. All Texas coastal waters are seeing high levels of mercury. It is recommended to not consume any blue marlin from the area. In Canyon Lake, high mercury levels are also being seen, so they're recommending that pregnant women, especially, not to eat any striped bass or long-nosed gar from that lake. And here in San Antonio, you should never eat any species of fish from Leon Creek. If you need some more information before you go fishing on what you can and cannot eat, the recommended portions as well, all you have to do is head over to KSAT12. We got all that info for you there.
And take a look at this. Crews in New Jersey are currently battling a massive 2,500-acre forest fire. This happening in the city of Manchester Township, which isn't far from the coast. Officials said this morning the fire is only 10% contained. A cause of the fire has not been released.
Yeah, that's always a fear around here, especially this 3 or however long this drought has lasted. We've been getting some rain, but we still need a ton more. However, we will take the day.
Yeah, well, we can mix in days like this, but still have some rainy days like last week. I think we'd all be good with that. As far as the forecast going forward, there's not a lot of rain, but there is some in the forecast. Before we jump into that, we got to take you back in history, back to 1927. This was on this day in 1927 that an F5 tornado hit Rock Springs. It was the third deadliest tornado in Texas history. There were 74 fatalities, a third of the population, and 95% of the town was destroyed. I mean, this was a huge, huge tornado. And again, it still ranks third all time for deadliest tornadoes in Texas, just behind Waco and Goliad. So a very busy day back then. And then also, today's the anniversary of the 2016 hailstorm. You remember that one? The one that came right through San Antonio and dropped massive hail. So many of us had to get our roofs replaced. Yes, so this is one of those times of year where we have to be very careful about severe weather. It is not in the forecast today. 72 in San Antonio, 73 Stinson, 73 Kelly, 72 at Randolph. We've got east-southeasterly winds right now, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Today's a quiet day, and temperatures will be really pretty comfortable. We'll warm up to about 80 or so this afternoon here in town. You'll find a lot of 80s on the map, and then probably a little bit below that in the 70s in the hill country. But everyone's looking at sunny to mostly sunny skies, and we're seeing that right now. Yeah, there are a few puffy cumulus clouds trying to develop, but we're not going to worry too much about that. And by this evening, you'll see a lot of those kind of go away. The thicker cloud cover is well off to our east of Houston. Parts of Louisiana seeing some heavy rain, and you see that right along the coast, Mobile over to New Orleans, swath of heavy rain there with an area of low pressure that really is kind of gaining some strength here and pulling up a lot of moisture to the Gulf states. This finally starts to move away tomorrow and moves away from us. And then we turn our attention to the Pacific Northwest. New storm system coming on board here, and some of that energy will eventually make its way down into Texas. And we'll get a chance of rain with this. Here's a look at the forecast. Tomorrow, I think, is still a quiet day, but we start to see the dry line set up across West Texas. And then it tries to surge east as we get into Friday. Most of the time, it doesn't make it to San Antonio, and I don't think it will on Friday. But along the dry line, there's always an outside chance that a stray storm could pop up. We'll watch that Friday afternoon. I don't really think it's going to be a problem. And as we get into Saturday morning, a front starts to approach. We've still got that dry line in place. There could be a shower or storm, and then our front moves through. And we really get some dry air late in the day on Saturday, so I think our rain chances are mainly in the morning. And then by the afternoon, we're looking at some hot temperatures before this front finally passes by. And then we get some cooler weather and drier weather by Sunday and Monday of next week. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. You got 80 today, 81 tomorrow with some patchy morning fog possible. Probably a little bit more fog Friday with some morning clouds. And then that small chance of a storm late in the day, 83. We get all the way up to 90 on Saturday, 20% chance of storms. And then that front knocks temperatures back down around 10 degrees or so to 80 on Sunday, but 80 and dry on Sunday. Sunday will be a beautiful day. 82 Monday, and then we add back in some rain chances coming up middle part of next week.
So today, my windows of my car will be down. If you catch me, I'll have the music really loud and enjoying the day.
What kind of music? We're talking 90s music?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
all right.
You feel me on that.
Yes, I do.
As long as it's not the music that makes you drive real fast.
That's true.
Coming up, how Michael Jordan sneakers are making history in New York.
But first, we continue our author previews for the San Antonio Book Festival. After the break, we hear from one local author on how they hope their book helps everyone feel included. The San Antonio Book Festival is happening this weekend, and we are hearing from some authors attending the festival. Ursula Perry has more from a local author who wants everyone to recognize the importance of love and acceptance.
Johnny Garza Villa is gearing up for the release of their new book, Ander and Santi Were Here. It's a story that takes place in San Antonio and shows the struggle of life, love, and learning how to fight for what you believe in.
I think even if you aren't necessarily a queer person or someone coming out or someone sort of navigating that world, you know a queer person. You have them in your family, you have them in your friend group.
Villa's inspiration comes from real-life events that are happening throughout our country, and they're hoping people can learn the value of acceptance in their communities.
And it's about, I think, showing how you can share space with them, how you can promote love, and not just tolerance, but acceptance.
When it comes to the festival, this will be Villa's second time attending as an author, and they are looking forward to all of the events, especially the kickoff event Friday night. Lit Happens.
I'm just looking for some fun. It sounds like it's going to be a fun event. I'm hoping for some laughs, even at my expense.
Villa will be at Lit Happens on Friday, April 14th, and at the book festival the next day. They're going to be talking about the new book, which is set to come out in May. If you'd like more information on the festival and how you can get to know Villa more, head over to KSAT12.
That was Ursula Perry reporting. The best part of this festival, it's free. There's a schedule of events on the festival's website, so you can see what time your favorite author will be there. Again, for more information, head to KSAT.com.
Michael Jordan sneakers still making history, but it's on the auction block instead of the basketball court. The NBA legend's black and red Air Jordan 13s, now the most expensive sneakers ever to sell at auction. Yesterday, the sneakers sold for $2.2 million at Sotheby's in New York. Jordan wore the shoes back in 1998 when he took home a victory for the Chicago Bulls during Game 2 of that final championship. $2.2 million for some sneakers.
Stock for the parent company of Regal Cinemas has hit an all-time low. Cineworld stock plummeted 23% this week on news shareholders would be wiped out. The company said it had submitted a plan to a U.S. bankruptcy court to reorganize the world's second biggest movie theater operator. The news of a shareholder wipeout confirmed a prediction Cineworld had made in February. That followed the company's report that showed that the pandemic cost it just over $3 billion.
And Pepsi, one of the first companies to try out the new Tesla semi-trucks. The beverage giant, now the owner of 18 of the big blue futuristic-looking trucks. Pepsi's goal is to use 100% renewable energy with zero emissions for its deliveries. The company hopes to get 100 more of the electric-powered semi-trucks by the end of the year. It's believed the fleet will eliminate more than 1,000 metric tons of greenhouse gas every year.
And we saw earlier, SA Live is vibrant today.
They are ready to party.
Oh, yes, because Fiesta's around the corner.
Yes, it is, 8 days away, so we thought we'd have some of the Fiesta-inspired snacks. We have Elotitos Corn Bar, Jesus Arriaga here with us today. Look at that.
Oh, corn in a cup, what can get better? So, how do you fix it?
Well, there's multiple ways. We got mayo, we got crema, chipotle crema. We got everything, all the toppings that you can do. You can do whatever you want with it, really.
What's the original?
There's no original. Really, you can just decide exactly what you want, or you can choose one of our 12 options.
Okay, we're going to tell you how to make all of that. And with Fiesta, we have our first Fiesta royalty in the house. Welcome, Natalie Gomez, who is La Reina Linda, the 9th part of the El Rey Feo Court, right?
That's right. Thanks for having me.
So, busy time coming up for you, right?
Yeah, super busy, but exciting.
So, how many appearances do you make?
Over 100, if you believe that. 100
Over? I thought I was
during
busy.
the Fiesta week. Yep.
Wow.
And always smiling, right?
Yes, always smiling. Sometimes it hurts.
Until the cheeks hurt. Speaking of Fiesta, we've got some beautiful Fiesta fashions.
Yes, and a deal from Mexi Chic. Ooh, I can't wait to hear that. Also, Food and Funnies Comedy Night with Cleto at Mi Familia is happening tonight. We'll tell you all about it.
Oh, if you need a good belly laugh, yeah, good old Cleto will definitely make you laugh. All right, today, if you didn't know, is National Grilled Cheese Day. So the big question is, how do you like your grilled cheese? There's a million different, I know. I had that for dinner last night, believe it or not. So that and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. Stick around.